Anti-capitalism protesters are struggling to hold their ground in major cities around the world, with police moving in on some of the demonstrations. There have been no movement to break up camps here, but as Dan Parker reports, forceful evictions could be on the horizon.
It's been 13 days since occupiers set up camp in and around Wellington's Civic Square. And to make their tent city feel a little more permanent, today they mounted a letterbox.
We need to occupy it, and there's no better way to be occupying than have people send mail to you because that's your address.
Similar occupations have sprung up nationally and internationally, protesting against capitalism, government and the uneven distribution of wealth controlled by the so-called 1%. Veteran activist and Mana Party candidate John Minto used Auckland's as an election platform.
The protests here and around the world are reflecting the concerns that Mana has been talking about for a long time, which is the need to increase incomes for people on low incomes, and we can do that by taxes on the 1%.
But politicians and civil authorities in some cities have begun to lose patience. Riot squads in Auckland, California broke up an occupation there. Similar treatment was dished out in Melbourne last week. So in Wellington, occupiers have begun practising to defend such an assault.
We lock arms and then we form a circle like a chain that winds up, and then we start singing.
The park has been booked to hold a Halloween event for families on Monday, but the Mayor wouldn't comment on what action, if any, will be taken.
I'm late, I'm already 3 minutes
Just
late.
a yes or no, are they going to be evicted? However, in Auckland, Mayor Len Brown was a little more forthcoming about Aotea Square.
We're trying to work out a negotiated departure. It's certainly not going to stay there for a long period of time.
In Dunedin, the council is also looking at its legal options.
But in some cases, some of these tents are already empty overnight. One protester described this occupation here in Wellington as fluid. And while the Mayor hasn't declared her position, a council spokesman told 3 News the protesters don't have permission to be here and won't be for much longer. Dan Parker, 3 News.